Hi, we are going to see about predictive parsing. So first we'll see about what is predictive parsing, and then we'll see about how to solve the problem using predictive parsing. So predictive parsing is also known as LL of 1 parsing. What is LL of 1 parsing? Here first L means the input string is scanned from left to right, and the second L means it uses leftmost derivation to process the input string. 1 means it represents only one input symbol is processed or used to predict the parsing process. This is called as LL of 1 parser. Once again I'll tell you, LL of 1 means first L represents input string is scanned from left to right, and second L represents that leftmost derivation is used, and 1 represents that only one input symbol is processed or used to predict the parsing process. So next I want to tell you about the data structures used by LL of 1 parser. The data structures used by LL of 1 parser are: first one is input buffer, second one is stack, and third one is parsing table. Here the input buffer is used to store the input string. Next thing, stack. Stack is used to hold the grammar symbols. Third one is parsing table. So parsing table is a two-dimensional table, that is a two-dimensional array. It can be represented as M of A comma A, where A is a non-terminal and the small letter A represents the current symbol, current input symbol. Now we'll see about how to construct the predictive parsing table and how to parse the input string using that parsing table. So to construct the predictive parser, we need to perform some 4 steps. First step 1 is that elimination of left recursion or left factoring. So elimination of left recursion or left factoring means first we need to check whether the given grammar is left recursive grammar or left factor grammar. If the given grammar is in any one of this form, means it has to be eliminated. Step 2 is that we need to find first and follow function, computation of first and follow function. Step 3, construct the parsing table using first and follow function. Step 4, parse the input string with the help of predictive parsing table. These are the 4 steps we need to follow to construct the predictive parsing table. So now we'll see the example problem. Consider the example problem. Construct the predictive parser for the following grammar and parse the input string A comma A, open bracket, A comma A, close bracket. The given grammar is S tends to open bracket L, close bracket, bar A, L tends to L comma S, bar S. So to construct the predictive parsing table for this given production, as I said earlier, we need to follow 4 steps. First thing, we need to check whether the given grammar is left recursive grammar or left factor grammar. So what is left recursive grammar? A grammar is said to be a left recursive if it is in the form, that is A tends to A alpha bar beta. A tends to A alpha bar beta. So if the symbol on the left hand side is same on the right hand side, if both the symbol on the left hand side and the first symbol on the right hand side, if both are same, means a grammar is said to be a left recursive grammar. So A tends to A alpha bar beta. So we can eliminate this left recursion by rewriting the production as A tends to beta A dash tends to alpha A dash bar epsilon. Second thing is left factor grammar. Grammar is said to be a left factor grammar if it is in the form A tends to alpha beta 1 bar alpha beta 2. A tends to alpha beta 1 bar alpha beta 2. And this can be eliminated by rewriting the rule as A tends to alpha A1, A dash tends to beta 1 bar beta 2. A grammar is said to be a left factor grammar if it is in the form A tends to alpha beta 1 bar alpha beta 2. This production can be rewritten as A tends to alpha A dash tends to beta 1 bar beta 2. Consider the given grammar. In the given grammar, S tends to open bracket L close bracket bar A is in the normal form. So there is no need to eliminate left recursion and left factoring in the first production. But consider the second production. Second production is L tends to L comma S bar S. So it is in the left recursive form. The given grammar is in left recursive form. So we need to eliminate the left recursion. Grammar is said to be in left recursive form if it is in the if A tends to A alpha bar beta. So it has to be eliminated. We can eliminate this left recursion by rewriting the production as A tends to beta A dash tends to alpha A dash bar epsilon. So to apply this, we'll follow this method. We'll assign the value for each thing. A means here A is represent L, alpha means comma S, beta means S, A dash equal to L dash. Now apply all this value in the given rule, then we can get the new set of production. L tends to SL dash, L dash tends to comma SL dash bar epsilon. So this is the new set of production we'll get after eliminating the left production. Now consider the grammar taken for predictive parsing. So this is the grammar taken for predictive parsing. S tends to open bracket L close bracket bar A, and we'll get the new set of production after eliminating the left recursion. So these two are the new set of productions. L tends to SL dash, L dash tends to comma SL dash bar epsilon. So with this, step 1 is over. Step 1 is that we need to find whether the grammar is left recursive grammar or left factor grammar. If it is a left recursive or left factor grammar, means it has to be eliminated. In the given example, the given production is a left recursive production and it is eliminated by using the rule. Next, step 2. The step 2, we need to find first and follow of the non-terminals. So to find the first, we'll find the first and then we'll find follow. So first of S, we need to find first for all the non-terminals. So we need to find first of S, first of L, first of L dash. So first of S equal to, here to find the first symbol we have to see the right hand side of the production. So here the on the S production we have open bracket on the as the first symbol. So first of S is open bracket, and we have another production S tends to A. So A is the first symbol for the S production. So consider take this 2. So open bracket comma A. Next thing L. So first of L, we need to find first of L. For the first of L, we have the first symbol as S. So this S is the non-terminal. If first symbol is the non-terminal, means we need to write first of that non-terminal. So we need to write first of S. What is first of S? First of S equal to open bracket comma A. So write that. Next we need to find first of L dash. First of L dash equal to L dash is, we have epsilon comma and the as the first symbol for this production. So first of L dash is comma. Similarly we have separate production, L dash tends to epsilon. So first of L dash is epsilon. So first of L dash is comma and epsilon. So after finding this first, we need to find follow. So similarly we need to find follow for all the non-terminals. So we need to find follow for non-terminal S, non-terminal L and non-terminal L dash. To find follow function, we'll consider the productions one by one. So we'll start with the production. What is the start symbol here? Here S is the start symbol. So first we need to find follow for follow of S. To find follow of S, we have to see the productions. The production should contain S on the right hand side. So here we have two productions. One is L tends to SL dash and the another one is L dash tends to comma SL dash. So this two production contains S on the right hand side. So we need to use these two productions to find follow of S. So first consider the production. L tends to SL dash. Here S is followed by L dash. Here S is followed by L dash. So consider first of L dash. Here S is followed by L dash. So here we need to consider the first of L dash as per rule. So here the first of L dash is comma and epsilon. Follow should not contain the epsilon symbol. So if it has here we have epsilon in the first of L dash. So we need to eliminate this epsilon, and it can be eliminated by using this one. So follow of non-terminal should not be present, should not contain epsilon. So by rule 3, everything in follow of L. By rule 3, everything in follow of L is in follow of S. Everything in follow of L is in follow of S. So based on that, we can write this as comma. Instead of epsilon, we have to write rule number 3. So follow of L. So everything in follow of L is in follow of S. So follow of L. So but we have to find the value of follow of L. So next we'll move, we'll see about how to find follow of L. To find follow of L, we need to consider this production. So in the set of 3 productions, this production contains the L on the right hand side. So consider this production. S tends to open bracket L, close bracket. Here L is followed by close bracket. L is followed by close bracket. So we can write follow of L equal to close bracket. So now substitute this here, then you will get comma, close bracket, and then you have to add dollar symbol. Why? Because here S is the start symbol. If S is the start symbol means you have to add dollar to the follow of S. So add dollar, then you will get comma, close bracket, and dollar symbol. We have another production to find follow of S. L dash tends to comma SL dash. This production also contains S on the right hand side. Here S is followed by L dash. S is followed by L dash. So if it is followed by a non-terminal means we need to consider the first of that terminal. So now S is followed by the non-terminal L dash. So we need to consider the first of L dash. So first of L dash is comma and epsilon. Here this first of L dash contains epsilon, but follow should not contain the epsilon value. So to eliminate this, we need to follow rule number 3, that is everything in follow of L dash is in follow of S. Everything in follow of L dash is in follow of S. So by using this rule, follow of L dash, we need to find, now we need to find follow of L dash. To find follow of L dash, we have two productions. L tends to SL dash and L dash tends to comma SL dash. So first we'll see this production and find follow of L dash. Here L dash is followed by epsilon. L dash is followed by epsilon. By rule 3, everything in follow of L is in follow of L dash. Here L dash is followed by epsilon, that is nothing. So by rule 3, everything in follow of L is in follow of L dash. So by using this rule, follow of L dash equal to close bracket. By using this rule, follow of L dash equal to close bracket. Similarly, we have another production. L dash tends to comma SL dash. L dash tends to comma SL dash. So follow of L dash equal to, here L dash is followed by epsilon. So by rule 3, everything in follow of L dash is in follow of L. So follow of L dash is equal to close bracket. So follow of L dash is equal to close bracket. Substitute this value and you will get follow of S. So combining these two, the follow of S equal to comma, close bracket, dollar, follow of L equal to close bracket, follow of L dash equal to close bracket. So we have to find, after finding the first function, we need to find follow of all the non-terminals. So after finding this, we need to construct the predictive parsing table. To construct the predictive parsing table, we have to consider all the terminals and non-terminals. We have to place the non-terminals on the row wise and the non-terminals are placed on the column wise. to fill the entries in the predictive parsing table, we need to consider all the productions one by one. So here we have to add a dollar symbol. There is no need to include epsilon symbol. So consider the productions one by one. First production is S tends to open bracket L close bracket. Second one is S tends to A. Third one is L tends to SL dash. Fourth one is L dash tends to comma SL dash. And last one is L dash tends to comma epsilon. L dash tends to epsilon. So consider the first production. S tends to open bracket L close bracket. So we need to find first of this symbol. We need to find first of this symbol. So first of any terminal is that terminal. First of any terminal is that terminal. So first of open bracket L close bracket equal to open bracket. So now we have to make an entry in the parsing table. To make an entry, make entry of this symbol S comma and this symbol S comma open bracket equal to S tends, you have to write this production. S tends to open bracket L close bracket. You have to find first of this side, this product symbol. So first of any terminal is that terminal. So after that we have to make an entry, create an entry in the parsing table. To make an entry, make entry of the symbol on the right left hand side and this first symbol. F of S comma open bracket equal to, you have to write this production. S tends to open bracket L close bracket. So S tends to open bracket is S tends to open bracket L close bracket. After that consider the second production. Second production is S tends to A. So here we have to find first of A. So first of A equal to A. Any terminal is that terminal. So first of A equal to A. Then we have to make an entry, create an entry in the parsing table. So M of S comma A equal to S tends to A. We have to make an entry S comma A. S is on S comma A is S tends to A. S tends to A. After that the third production is L tends to SL dash. L tends to SL dash. First of SL dash tends to open bracket comma A. M of here we have to find first of this symbol. So first of S is open bracket comma A. So next we have to create an entry in the table. So make entry of this L. L comma open bracket equal to L tends to SL dash. L comma open bracket equal to L tends to SL dash. Next we have to create an entry M of L comma A equal to L tends to SL dash. So M of L comma A, M of L comma A is L tends to SL dash. Similarly we have the next production L dash tends to comma SL dash. So here first of comma is comma. So we have to make an entry M of L dash comma equal to L dash tends to comma SL dash. So here we have to make an entry L dash tends to comma SL dash. Last we have L dash tends to epsilon. So L dash tends to epsilon. If we have a grammar like this means then we have to consider follow of L dash. Follow of L dash equal to close bracket. So make an entry of L dash comma close bracket equal to L dash tends to epsilon. So here you have to write L dash tends to epsilon. So here you have to make an entry L dash comma close bracket is L dash tends to epsilon. So this is how you have to create the parsing table. After creating this parsing table you have to perform the parsing process. To perform the parsing we need to consider the three things. One is stack, second one is input buffer, third one is action. So to initially the stack contains the bottom of the stack is indicated by dollar symbol, and start symbol is placed on the top of the stack, and the input string is stored in the input buffer, and end of the input string is indicated by dollar symbol. Now we will perform the parsing process. So we need to consider the symbol on the top of the stack and the first symbol on the input buffer. Here at the top of the stack contains the symbol S, and the input buffer contains open bracket. So to perform the parsing process, now we need to consult the parsing table. So here for S comma open bracket, we have to consult the parsing table. Here we have an entry of S tends to open bracket L close brackets. Now we have to push this production onto the stack instead of S. We have to push this into the stack in reverse order. So first we have to push close bracket and then L and then open bracket. After that, the next step, these two symbols are same. If both the symbols are same, means we can pop the symbol. So pop the open bracket and move the input pointer to point the next symbol. Advance the input pointer to point the next symbol. So after that, the current symbol is A, and the current symbol on top of the stack is L. We need to consult the parsing table to find the entry L comma A. So for L comma A, we have production L tends to SL dash. So push L tends to SL dash in reverse order. First you have to push L dash and then S. Now the current input symbol on the stack is S, current symbol on the input stack is S, and current input symbol is A. So you have to consult the parsing table to perform the next operation. So if you see the entry S A, we have S tends to A, push S tends to A onto the stack. So S tends to A, we have to push A onto the stack. After that, these two symbols, okay. So current symbol on the top of the stack and current input symbol both are same. If both are same, means we can eliminate the symbol. So pop A and advance the input pointer to point the next input symbol. Now we have L dash on the top of the stack and current input symbol is comma. So push, we have to consult the predictive parsing table to perform the next operation. So here we have the entry L dash comma SL dash. So push L dash tends to comma SL dash. So then you will push, you will get the same symbol, comma and comma, pop the symbol and advance the input pointer to point the next input symbol. So here we have yes. So push, we have current input symbol on the stack is current symbol on the stack is yes, and input symbol on the input buffer is A. So we have to consult the parsing table. So here we have production S tends to A. So push S tends to A. So both the symbols are same. So pop the symbol and advance the input pointer to point the next symbol. So now we have dollar close bracket L dash, and here we have close bracket and dollar. Now we have to consult the parsing table. The current input symbol on the stack, input symbol is close bracket, and the current symbol on the stack is L dash. So consult the L dash close bracket. So L dash close bracket, we have an entry L dash tends to epsilon. So push L dash tends to epsilon. So then you will get close bracket dollar. So now these two symbols are same. Pop the symbol, pop the symbol close bracket. So we reach the end. So now the input string is accepted.